Okay, how you doing, everybody? What a great day, huh? Let me make sure everything's up and running. Looks good, looks good. How are we doing today? How are you? So today I got a few things to talk about. And if you got my email, you might be thinking, live to die. What the heck is that? Well, I'm going to tell you in a few minutes here. And we're going to do a daily marketing plan. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I remember when I first started that, I'd be thinking that I was actually doing what I was supposed to be doing, but I really wasn't. And maybe a lot of you guys are in the same boat. Maybe you think you're doing it right, but you're really, wasting time. You like say you're on Facebook all the time, but you're really not marketing. And maybe you're checking your emails all the time, but you're really not marketing. So I remember I did that. I was always checking stats and checking this and checking that, but I really wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I guess it's a subconscious thing, where you want to do this, but you're thinking, well, I don't know if I want to write a post or if I want to do a video, and then it goes around and around, and you don't get much done. So hopefully we can help you out. I know this helped me a lot. I started setting daily plans for myself, and there is different daily plans that you can do, depending on your cash flow. So I do want to do my usual thing. I always do things different. A lot of people, they try to sell things at the end. Well, I'm not really trying to sell you anything, but I do want to encourage you to, click some buttons, take some action, and get some more information that we have here. So let's do that now. I want to share my screen for a few minutes. All right. Now this is a special page that I have set up for you, and it has everything that you need. Maybe you're new to the market. It has some ideas for you, some tools for you, to at least check out. Check them out. These tools and things I use myself. I've been using a lot of them for years, so I know they really work, and I know they'll really help you. And that's basically, really what I'm about. I'm about helping you. That's why I kind of named this Getting Results. I want to help you get results. And sometimes, we do all kinds of things here. We move into traffic. We've done a campaign. So if you haven't, this is maybe your first time. If you haven't been on here, I'm going to show you how to see some of the other events that we had, and maybe you can pick and choose, or maybe you want to go down through them one by one. So this is my special page, and it's like this every week, pretty much. And if you do want to see all the hangouts that we have, you can join my group right here. And you can go up to the file area, click on that, and it'll say Google Hangouts, and you click on that one, and all the Hangouts will come up. Now, you can also come down here and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can find the videos there. But you're going to see them all in a row and titles right here on the group. All right. Now, the reason I do this is because what I want to teach you today, I want you to really, take in. A lot of times, and myself included, will sit there with my arms crossed and think, and the whole time, instead of listening, I'm thinking about, okay, how much is this going to cost or whatever. It's not going to cost nothing. There's nothing here for sale. There's a lot of information where you can, join me, or you can join something or get something. But this all has information in front of it. It's not like I'm going to send you to a sales page and ask you to buy this or do a webinar on something that you need to buy something. I don't like doing that. I'm here to give you results, try to give you information that you can get results. And all the buttons and all the links on the side here are all to help you get what you want. And that's results, money in your pocket. Or maybe you just want results. Maybe you haven't, been getting any kind of results, and just you want something to build your confidence to get some results. Hopefully we can help you do that here today. So anyway, my usual buttons. Here's a new one though. If you guys are, part of my crew and you're always here, or you're always checking out my videos and my hangouts, here's a new button here, guys. On August 4th, we're having a live event, and it's not going to be me. It's going to be my partner, Vic. He's going to teach you how to earn $10,000 or more in the next 30 days. Now, guys, nothing is guaranteed. You have to do the work to actually get the results. But that's going to be at 8 o'clock. So you can register right here on this button and get yourself in the door. Get yourself set up. And then as the weeks, I think it's a little over a week. As that goes by, we'll be, contacting you and telling you, a little bit about it, and, kind of pre-framing you so you will actually want to, come to this event. It's going to be fantastic. This guy always does great material. He's taught me a lot. I know he can teach you a lot. And, that's what you're going to get on that button. The total domination engineering. That is a lot of information, probably about, not all at once, but probably about 4 hours of information and strategies that you can use for free. This costs nothing, for free, that you can use today, or when you see the videos, you can use those strategies to, make yourself more money, to take your business to a different level. And then the 10K to easy way to 10K, that is something that I did. It's a lead magnet that gives you information, and at the end that you can join me if you want. Landing page creator. This is a tool, but this is information. Why you need a landing page creator. How to use it and everything about it. This is a great tool, very cheap compared to some of the stuff that I've used that cost, $299 a month. This is a very cheap, it's a plugin. So if you have WordPress, it goes right on there and really easy to use. Actually, I show you how to use it, and, check that out. So that'll give you more information. And, that is some really good stuff, because the first thing your customer sees is your landing page, and you want that to be spectacular. So I share some stuff with you there so that you can, make yourself a better marketer. And then some tools here, tracking. These are tracking tools, traffic sources and services that I use. Just, if you're new here, then I want you to be able to, get started doing something. That you can't get a result without doing anything. All right. So there we go. Now, I'm going to go back. All right. All right. All right. So today we're going to talk about marketing plan. And I'm going to talk about the live to die thing. And this is something that I come up with. Actually, I heard it from Les Brown. But every time, we all kind of get disoriented sometimes. Things happen in our lives. And, you have to get back into it. So, this is something I'm passionate about. I really love to do. And I spend hours doing it because, I have different things that I'm doing, different businesses. And it just takes time. And I love it. It gives me something to do. Hey, if I want to go out, and feed the cows or, do something with my birds or something, I love animals. So I do that too, which makes it great. It gets me out of here, out of the desk area, go out and do something, and then come back and, do what I'm passionate about. So sometimes we get in a situation where, sometimes we get frustrated and say, hey, I don't feel like doing that today. But when I say that to myself, I'm thinking, okay, how can I fix this? So I go back to live to die. All right. Most people in the world live to die. They don't do anything with their life. You look around to all your friends. They don't do anything. They don't help anybody. So, what I think about live to die is I should be doing something. I'm not the type of person that's, just going to sit around and do nothing. So I should be doing something in my business. So I kind of, pull that together and say, hey, live to die. Most people are living to die. Well, they're not doing nothing. I want to do something. So that kind of gets me back into the gear. And, it helps. Anything that you can, figure out to help you, to basically, this is a mindset type of thing. You're telling yourself, okay, most people ain't doing nothing. So if I want to be different, I have to do something so I can live better. You want a better lifestyle, right? You want the dream, right? So you have to kind of talk to yourself into stuff. I tell you something that's really super hard is exercise. Talking yourself into exercise. If I actually don't do it first thing in the morning, I have a serious problem doing it the rest of the day because I'm busy, and then it's hard for myself to, talk myself into doing that. Some people can, do it easier than others. And I think that's why some people are better at business than others, and they start off really quick. Some people make money faster than others. Some people accumulate people faster than others because we all have to learn. And that's a mindset type of thing. We have to learn and grow. So if you're learning and growing, things will start clicking for you, and that's part of what the plan is. I'm going to tell you right now what I do, so you can do whatever you want, really, but maybe you can take some of these ideas and help yourself. So what I do in the morning is I live here in Florida, so it's fairly hot after about 10 o'clock. So what I do, I have some birds like macaw and African grays, and I have them out on the porch. They're outside year round, and so parrots are like people. They want to be social. They want to be with other things, other birds, other people. They're like flocks, like cows. Cows are, they like to be in a herd. They don't like to be separated. Excuse me. When you separate a cow, it just starts bawling, especially if it can see the other cows. So they don't like to be together. They're herd animals. And birds are flock animals. They like to be in the flock. So as a human, you're part of their flock if you take the time with them. So that's just something that we have dogs here, and I spend time with them. So you have to. I treat all my animals like I would a human being. Really, I spend time with every one of the animals I got. So what I do is I exercise first thing in the morning. It's the easiest thing for me to do is just drag myself out of bed, spend a couple, like 15 minutes on Facebook in the morning, and then I go in. That's just to really wake me up because it takes a little while. And then I go in there and I do my exercises about 45 to an hour. And then right after that, I get the birds taken care of because it takes a little while to, divvy up all their food. I give them a lot of vegetables and fruits and stuff and seeds and all kinds of stuff. And so it takes a little time with them and cleaning the cages and all that. So that's my downtime. And then right after that, I read my book. I read something every day. And generally, they say to make a habit of it. So to make a habit of it, they told me to read for a half hour. This is my mentor. He told me to read for a half hour, listen for a half hour. When I do that, I get all messed up. So I do that when I'm exercising. I listen to whatever, Les Brown, Bob Proctor, one of those guys. It's personal development kind of stuff, motivational, inspiring stuff, because there's so much negativity in your life. The news, and if you even watch that, I don't, but if you watch the news or just people complaining around you, I don't know where you're at, but if you live in the city, those people are always complaining about something. So, you need something to cancel all that negativity out. That's why you're reading and listening and growing. So that's what I do. That's first off, those are the first things I do. Generally, I get this done by 10 o'clock and eat it, had my breakfast and everything by 10. So then I start my day. Now, my day has changed a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, I'll give you maybe two different ways you can do it. So when you're first starting off, if you don't have enough money, if you don't have money to spend on traffic, what you're going to have to do is make content. So you got a couple choices. You can blog, you can do videos. I don't know what you're comfortable with. Some people like to do videos and they don't like to blog. Some people do both, and some people like to write and they are afraid of video. Something that you need to do really is get unafraid of video, because video is going to be the thing in the next few years. It's already the thing right now, but 50% of advertising is going to be done with video. So it gives you a heads up. You got 2 years or so, to figure that out. And the best thing to do is just do one every day and don't even worry about it. You know, do the best you can and don't worry about it. Be yourself. That's it. People like that. If you be yourself, you know, you're not trying to be somebody else, then they like that. So those are the two options you have. If you're doing this full time, you can do a couple videos, you can do a couple blog posts. You know, what I would suggest is do one first thing, whatever you're going to do. You know, if you're going to do both, it's fine. But say I'm going to just give you some scenarios. Do a blog post, promote it. What do I mean by that? Promote it. You know, because that's what they always say. You get on these hangouts and they say, well, do this and do that and promote it. Do you know how to promote it? Well, I didn't. It was like, okay, how do I promote it? But, you know, that's all they gave me was promote it. Facebook. You can, you know, promote on Facebook. There's something called OnlyWire that you can promote all the socials. Well, not all of them, but at like 50 at a time. So right there, that would help you with your videos. I put videos on there. I put blog posts on there. And it's a certain amount every month. But you can get, now I don't really know the whole deal behind it. I get the whole year for like $50. I don't know if they give you that option right off the bat or if you have to be there a year or something. I don't know. I've been there for years, so you know, I can't really tell you. But you can check into it. It's called onlywire.com. So, you know, that right there will get you into different social sites. But just sticking with Facebook, okay, and maybe you know, G+. Those are the two majors as far as I'm concerned. If you can spend $5 or a couple bucks, I don't know what the limit is. I think it's a couple bucks. You could spend a couple bucks and boost the post. You know, put it up on Facebook. Put it in some groups. You know, you're giving content. That's not spamming. I see so much spam where they're just trying to promote their thing. Here's the thing. If you want to promote whatever product you have, that's what you're here for. You want to do it on your blog or your video or, you know, both, but not on Facebook. That's what everybody else does. They just throw their links up there and, you know, tell you, hey, come join this, come join that. You don't want to be that kind of marketer. So what you want to do is do a post, put it up there, and maybe start a group and just keep putting your posts in your group and get people into your group. When they friend you, kind of send them a message. You know, I have like a little thing. Well, I can't show you that. I have like a notebook pad where I send out, you know, come join my Facebook group. And, you know, I say, you know, thanks for being a friend. And, you know, if you want, I give tips on whatever, you know, whatever you're doing. But I give tips on marketing, you know, join my Facebook group. And that's how I do that. And I also, if you have a fan page, I also invite them to the fan page. So, you know, that way you're bringing in people in different areas. All right. So my Facebook group is fairly small, but my fan page is pretty good size. You know, I didn't tell you the truth. I didn't think about it. I watched a 15-minute video on this Facebook. I don't know, somebody knew stuff about Facebook. I learned that technique and turned around and started using it right away because it was another place for me to, you know, put all my videos. You know, I don't think I showed you the group today, but, you know, it's another place to put all my videos. It's another place to add more content. And in my group, you know, I have all these people from other countries and other stuff. Boy. And they are like every other group. They're trying to promote their junk on my group. I don't let them. And I wrote right there on the first video, where you pin the video at the top, I wrote on there, this is, if you want to give value like a blog post or something and you want to sell the stuff over there, I'll let it in. But if you just want to put your promotion up there, you can do that in millions of other groups on Facebook. I don't approve it. I set it up to where I don't approve it. So you can do something like that. That's going to give you more posts. And people lately, I haven't even been too much involved with Facebook, but every time I go in, I check it like once a day. There's always somebody there wanting to get into the group, and I didn't even send them anything. So that's pretty cool. That's, it's kind of working out. But like I said, that's more of a place to put content. So if you want to do video, that's a great place to do that too. And definitely build yourself a fan page for whatever you're doing. You can have many fan pages as you want, really. Like if you have different products or whatever, and keep that stuff there. Keep that on there. You can actually send somebody to a fan page. As far as content, if you don't have a website, if you can't afford it, you can make a fan page and use that as your content. You can get one of those Social 22 applications at the bottom of if you're on that special page, you can go to the bottom and you can get one of those for free. Set yourself up a little website on there, kind of like the page I have. There's all kinds of things you can do with that Social 22 app. It's an app. So, there's some ideas there. You can do the same thing with YouTube. Now, with YouTube, you want to get a little ranking out of it. Do like 3 or 4 videos or 5 and link them together. And how you do that is through, each video, link it to another video in the description area. All right. So, and make them kind of, and you can also make them kind of the same subject. Just kind of like, say, just figure out maybe 4 or 5 videos that you can do on that same subject and kind of connect them all together. And that will help you a little bit with ranking, and it'll give you more of authority there. So that you're really about authority. You want people to see you as somebody that knows what they're doing. If you're doing several videos on the same subject, they're going to think you're an authority on that subject. So that right there will take care of that. That's your 2 contents, or you can do 4 and maybe do 2 in the morning, video and a blog post. Another thing you can do is do the blog post about the video. Whatever the video is, put the video on the blog post. So there's different ways you can manipulate your content and use it over and over and over. In my emails here lately, I did that campaign. I don't know if you've seen it, but I did a campaign and it was 3 hangouts long. And I sell the landing page creator. So after my email follow-up list is done, I decided, hey, I'm going to give them more value by giving them, the 3 videos, because not everybody has seen them, and that helps me with my content. It brings more people to those videos, and it also helps the customer, because I show them how to set up a whole campaign using that particular landing page creator. But it doesn't matter what the product is. You can do anything. As far as what the video was about was just promoting a product. I just promoted that one. So, you know, that's other stuff that you can do with your content if you decide, you know, if you plan things out. I thought, well, geez, I have this content. Why not give it to some of these people on my email list? Because not everybody comes to these Hangouts, and that's a second chance to get them to see that video. All right. So there, you got to think of different ways you can do, you know, use your content. Mouth is really dry today, guys. All right. So the next thing I do after that is talk to my list. Now, in marketing, your landing page is your doorway to your customers. That's the first thing they're going to see. And this is something that you always have to put on your content. Every content you do, like your blog, your video, you want to try to get a sign up. That's your main goal for these particular items. Not really to sell something. You really want them to get on your list. That's where your marketing starts. See, the landing page is your advertisement, and your marketing starts when you get that email on your list, your subscriber. All right. So how can we work with them? Well, we can send them that blog post that you just did, right? Or the video, or, you know, if you put the video on the blog post, you can do that. If you're selling a product, say you're selling a product and they give you a follow-up, 7-day follow-up or whatever. Then after that follow-up, you don't want to interrupt that follow-up too much. Now, I do. I generally don't send out a lot of emails, but I have to send out one for the Hangout. So sometimes somebody joined yesterday and they'll get another email from me to come to this Hangout. I feel that it's important to give everybody the chance on my list to see the Hangout. Plus, it helps me as far as getting everybody here. A lot of times, from my stats, you know, I've been watching my stats, not too many people show up at 1 o'clock. I'm sure I know why. They're probably working. They're probably doing something else. And I understand that completely. And I can tell these stats because when I look, I see a whole bunch of people come back to the replay. See, I leave this up for a week, a solid week. It'll stay up till the 30th of this month. And it'll come down about 12 o'clock or something like that, depending on when I change the video over from the new one, you know, the new Hangout. So that gives them a whole week to see the content. And generally, mostly the first couple days is the highest. You know, they just get off of work, they come and check the video out, and that's when it's the highest. But I do get stragglers mainly all week, you know, maybe 1 or 2 a day, you know, coming in the rest of the week. So that's pretty cool. And then I get people on YouTube. So not only do they come here, but they go there. So that's why I said content. You know, the more content that you can put out, the more you're going to get people interacting. And the next thing, then, you know, go ahead and you email them, or say you're doing, like I said, like I did that campaign. If it fits with that particular whatever you're selling to those people, then you can add that content and put it in your follow-up. So the next time you won't have to do that. It'll already be in your follow-up, and the next people coming through will just automatically get it. And if the people have gone through already, say like I had a group and had 300 and some people that have already gone through the follow-up, and I decided to put this campaign out there. So what happens is when you put it out there, then at least with the get response, it says 337 people have not seen this yet. So you click the button and it goes out to them. Now I want to warn you, you can't put all 3 up in that case, because if you do, they're all going to go out at the same, you'll get one done, and then you say you do another one for the follow-up, and you get that one done, and you send it out. They'll go out within, however long it takes you to get that up. You don't want to do that. If you're going to do it that way, you have to write yourself a note and, say in 2 days, go put this, another video up on this account, because you don't want them going all out at the same time. Then people will get mad and they won't watch it, and it was wasted your time. Now it will be different for the people coming through, because they'll actually get the email whenever you have set it up. So that's something else that you can do. Email is your marketing. You want to talk to your list. You want to engage them, and don't overdo it unless you're really good at emails and stuff. Like I met a guy and he sent one out every single day, sometimes 2 a day, but his content was really good. What he had to say was good, and you wanted to read it. But if you're not to that point, send at least 3 times a week. Like I said, I do maybe 1 or 2. If I get something like that live event coming up, if you're on my list, you're going to probably get, several emails from me to keep you involved, because the thing don't start till August 4th. We were going to start it next week, but things didn't work out right, and so we're going to start it on August 4th. And this is going to be, I think, he's going to do 2 videos, and then on a Saturday, he's going to do a marathon. So it's going to be pretty cool. And if I were you, I would sign up for that live event today, so you can get yourself set up and, start collecting the emails from us, and we'll, let you know all about it. But it's going to be a really cool event. Like I said, it's going to be 2 hangouts probably, and then he's going to get on there, and I don't know how long. He said 4 or 5 hours. I don't know how many people stay that long. It depends on what he's teaching. And he is a great teacher. He simplifies it so that you can understand it. And a lot of times he uses a whiteboard and, basically breaks it down for you. And that's what you want, somebody that's going to break it down. I have learned a lot from this guy. I learned how to do lead magnets and stuff from this guy. If you've been with me, you know what a lead magnet is. And basically that's what this system is. This live event. The lead magnet part is the hangouts. And I could say, all the things that I do, all those buttons down there that you see, they're all lead magnets. Like I said, I don't just send you to a sales page. Every once in a while, somebody will contact me and say, hey, I really want to buy this. I don't really want to go through all this. Can I just buy it? I'll send them a link if I have one. If it's something that sometimes you just can't do it, but a lot of times you can. So I send them the link. But I'm here to give you the value and, try to get you results, because the way I see it, you got to learn marketing. You got to, do your mindset. These are things that are really going to help you out. And it's something you have to do. See, a lot of people won't do that. That's why there's only, 2%ers out there. 2% out of the 100 make it, because people just can't stick with it. It's too hard. It's too much work, and they can't focus for what they want to do. They don't have the passion. Maybe you have the passion, I know I do. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I tell you, about 2 years ago, I was really ready to quit because things were totally different back then. They wanted to, the marketers back then would give you a little piece here, a little piece here, a little piece there, a little piece there, but they never really gave you the whole thing, and they never gave you the last piece. You know, it was like you got so frustrated because nobody wanted to give you the right pieces. Then I met this guy, and he started giving me all the pieces, and he started teaching me to give all the pieces. And you know, I really, if it wasn't for him, I would have quit, because I joined his thing, and I was to the point where I was talking to myself. I said, all right, if I don't make, you know, if this don't work, I'm done, you know, because I bought so many things that just, it worked for a day or a couple of days, like I don't even want to say, but, you know, I bought these different programs and stuff, and they work a couple of days, and then, you know, it was done. It was like, it don't work no more. And I don't know, I got frustrated, and I was ready to quit. And I met this guy. You know, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. And I really didn't want to quit because I liked doing it. It was something that was pretty cool. I really liked doing it. So anyway, after the email, then what do? Well, I try to do some sort of paid advertisement. You got to get your feet wet. Find something that you can do cheap. But there's other ways. You could go, you know, Craigslist, you know, and do ads on there. There's all kinds of ads that you can put online. That stuff never really worked too good for me, but I wasn't real consistent with it. So that's another thing. You have to be consistent with what you're doing. And the best thing to do is write it out. Whatever you plan on doing. You know, if you're going to do a blog and a video and some paid advertisement, some emails, just write it all down, and, you know, make sure you check everything off for the day. And then if there's time left, go back and do it again. Do something, you know, something different. Figure out a different way. Or learn. You know, you have to learn during the day. That's how you grow. So you have to put some effort into, you know, whatever program maybe you're in, is to master whatever they're trying to teach you. So, you know, those are things that you need to do during the day. Now, guys, some of you are part-timers. Your thing is going to be cut down. Maybe you can spend a half hour total on listening and reading. Now, it's going to take you longer. You know, depending on, you know, this all depends on you. You know, how much your mind is messed up. I was very, very negative when I started. And I've had 2 businesses before, but this is a different kind of business. You know, I met people. I used to have a business where we'd go to the swap meets all the time. And those people, they try to beat you out of, you know, the price of whatever you want. And my stuff was all new, so, you know, I couldn't, you know, a lot of times they wanted it for cost, basically. So I couldn't do that, you know, but you had interaction with people. Now, the other business I had was a service. And basically, the work, you know, it had nothing to do with me. It was more of how I did the work. If the work was good, they were happy, you know. So, but this business is a little bit more involved as far as a person, because they can't see you a lot unless you do video. So if you're writing, you know, this is where your mindset kind of helps you out. If you're writing, sometimes they can tell through your words, and if you're doing videos you're you know, not right, you know, if you're trying to gyp somebody, or even if you're just trying to, you know, just make money, You know, some people are just hungry about money and they don't care about, you. They can see that. You know, if you're not there to help them and solve them with a problem and you're just trying to sell something, you know what I do to those people? I just click it off. And that's what they're going to do to you if you're doing the same thing. And, that's something I learned, that you have to help people to get what you want. And I mean, you may make some sales without doing that, but long-term business, you have to help people. You know, it's just going to be a better atmosphere for everybody. So that's what I do. You know, I try to do something. And if you want something cheap as far as traffic, you can, like I said, post a post on Facebook. You can learn stuff about PPC Facebook stuff, or PPC Bing. There's a couple hangouts, I think, on PPC Bing. You know, you can find them down there and join the group, or you can go to YouTube. And, you can spend about $5 a day. Other than that, that's about the cheapest I know of. But you can do solo ads. You know, maybe you can combine your whatever you're going to spend for the week into just one ad and just get a whole bunch of people. The object is to get people on your email list and start to market to them. So that's the daily plan. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced and you don't want to do all the content, which I haven't been doing content lately, I do a little bit, but I'm not consistent. That's the thing, consistent. You know, do that blog post every single day. This will increase everything on your blog, your blog rankings. If you send people from your email, you're going to get visitors on your blog all the time. This is how that works. Same thing with video, guys. Same thing. So if you're past that and you want to spend more money, then what I do is I do PPC, generally Bing. I have different campaigns going. I do generally maybe sometimes twice a month. I will do a if you're on the page, you can see the traffic source. Let's see. It's called Traffic Agency. Then he's got some pretty good traffic, and I'll do maybe a couple ads there. But that's a little more high dollar. Like I did one yesterday. It was, I think, $570 for 1,000 clicks. So it's a little more involved, but that's what I've been doing. So your marketing can change throughout as when you get money or whatever the case may be. And you want to move in those kind of areas. You don't want to completely, there are people that are making really good money blogging and doing videos. And if you learn that system and make it work for you, you can make a ton of money there. And, like I said, consistency is probably one of your friend. If you do it every day, if you follow your plan every single day, then you have it. Just include all those things. Your mindset, the exercising you don't have to do. That's something I do. But you still have to listen. You still have to read. And the best time to do that is first thing in the morning. Now, if you're doing it part-time, I can understand you have to do it at a different time. But it has something to do with your brain function better in first thing in the morning. And then, then you start your blog, your video, whatever you're going to do for your content, market it, get it out to as many people as you can through social, social events, Facebook, G+. There's tons more. You can actually get some free blogs like LiveJournal. You can Blogger. You can get those and send that link to, do a small post on there. Send that link to your main blog, and that's going to give you a backlink every once in a while. And then when people, kind of just give them, here's an idea, is just give them enough to get them interested to come to your main blog, because that's what you want to do. You want to pull people to your main blog, and then you can do the only wired thing to the other blog too, and set that up. It's real easy. If not, you can also do the same thing. You can put that on Facebook or your other social sites. Okay, so I think I've covered it. At least you know what to do, what's expected of a marketer on a doing a daily plan. It's basically doing it every day and being consistent with what you're doing and learning more, so you're growing to teach more. A lot of times that's where a lot of people say, well, I don't know what to blog about. What did you learn today? What did you learn yesterday? So you might have to get into a different setup where you're learning something. Okay, if you learn at the end of the day, like I told you, so you learn something at the end of the day, that gives you something to think about all night to write your post about the next day, or video, or whatever. All right, so what we did, we listened, we read, we blogged, we did video, we emailed, we marketed the the video and the blog, did a little paid advertisement, and then we learned. All right, so now what you learned from that day, you can write about the next day and do your video about. Does that make sense? Fair enough? That's what I do. I actually do the second one. I do a little more paid advertisement, but I still blog once in a while, but I'm not consistent. Consistency. All right, guys. So we come down to the wire. I really don't have much more for you. Check out those links. And like I always tell you, when somebody joins my team, they get a page like this. So maybe you're on somebody else's page. Check out their information. They probably similar to mine, because generally a lot of them clone my site, and it'll look the same. You won't even know if you're on my site or their site. But they promoted, they got you there. They sent out the email, and they deserve a little recognition. Check out their links. Get on that live event. That's going to be a super cool thing. Total domination. If you want to learn more about traffic, that is another great informational thing for you. So all those links down there, like I said, check them out. Get the information. That's what we're here for, is to give you results. So till next week, I'll see you later.